Welcome back to part 2 of WWE2K16 review. If you've joined me on part 1, you've returned for part 2. Thank you very much. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your support. And let's go ahead right back into this. As we left off, we were talking about customizing your show. And you can choose any and everything on this show. Customizing, you can save it. And then when I tell you can choose any and everything on this show, you literally can choose any and everything. When they say create a show, this year, like create an arena, they mean create a show. You create your arena, you create the Titantron, you can create the venue size, you create what kind of logos you want to use, whether it be within the game on WWE programming, or signs or superstars, or the case may be. Or you can go ahead and import your own logos. So if there was something that you wanted to make of a logo importer, you can go ahead and do that. So if you wanted to make a anything, a CM Punk arena, just anything. With the logo importer, it takes it to a whole new level. Before you had to actually draw stuff out or whatever, edit things, and use shortcuts. Now with the logo importer and stuff, it's just crazy. The level of detail that you can do in these arenas. You can create anything. The header. It's just crazy how much detail they put into this. You're going to take some serious time into creating an arena and create a show, I should say, because what they call it, create a show, because you create more just the surrounding area of the ring. You create everything, so it's a great feature. It's detailed. I'm happy it's back. Create a moveset, create a storyline aren't back in yet. They might be making it next year. But honestly, with all these features, especially as details it is, I don't really miss them that much. Especially create a moveset. With 2K, I truly believe they're going to take time to work on creating a moveset, because their simulation, they're not going to have all those wacky, quadruple jumps and crap that you could do before with THQ. So they're going to have realistic moves and realistic movesets that you can make, not a 20-hit combo into a double suplex, into a spinning power driver, and all that kind of nonsense. That Legends of WrestleMania, all that kind of stuff. They're not going to do that. They're going to have realistic simulation moves. So look forward to, if they do have it next year, none of that stuff that y'all was doing before. You can add stage props and everything on the stage and stuff, which is sweet. Ladders, cars, trash cans. It's really detailed. It's really in depth. And I really enjoy this. It's going to take you quite a bit of time to actually use this, get familiar with it, and create that arena that you want to actually create. So people already have things that you can download, or you can create yourself. Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, whatever the case may be. Very detailed, very deep. Love it. So the championships. When you create your custom championship, now you can do even more with it, because you can actually create your own championship, custom, as we know, or you can actually, for the first time, edit actual championships from the WWE, which is pretty sweet. It's something you couldn't do before. So again, with the logo importer, you can actually put anything on the championships now. So there's a title that actually has something on it. So for example, you want to replicate the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, you can do that with an actual picture of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. It doesn't have to be anymore. You have to do workarounds and just use the words to get as close as you could. You could get it. Now you can actually do what you want to do with the logo importer. That is one of the greatest features they have put in these games. Now it's not just the guys who did a bunch of jumping through hoops with PC and this and that. Now everybody's on an even playing field with the logo importer. With the app coming out very soon, it's only going to make it better. I'm really excited about this feature. I've created some just astounding titles. I've downloaded some astounding titles. The New Mexican America titles up online right now. Where people are speculating that's going to look like if they do decide to change the United States Championship. We'll see. But this is a really great feature. Really cool. Better than it was before. And I look forward to new features and enhancements to this feature as well. Also with this, you have the call names, of course, but the problem is they don't have championship or title in the call name for some reason, but they say it automatically by default. when you come out. So don't panic if you don't see those names. Create a moveset. I mean, what's to say? You've seen this all before. It's the same thing it always has been, just new moves. So, I mean, nothing new here. Create a entrance. Pretty much the same thing we've seen before. Nothing really too new here. They just have a couple of small new options, which is pretty nice. You can pause it. You can go frame by frame, second by second, pretty much. If you wanted to see something in really slow motion, you can choose one of the preset entrances. They have a small amount of custom entrances in the game, but for some god awful reason, CM Punk's entrance is not in the game, and I'm sure that's a big blow to anybody who's expecting to play with CM Punk or to actually be CM Punk. It just doesn't make much sense. And then I thought about, okay, well, maybe because of the lawsuit and everything, why I can't put his interest in the game. But the only thing about that is all his moves are in the game, his taunts are still in the game, and when you go online, you can still download his face to the game and everything, and there's no problem. So with all that being said, it just seems a little weird that his entrance wasn't in the game. But yeah, so this doesn't change too much. It's pretty much the same thing that we've always known and loved. You got a couple of new features, like this right here with the screen effect and everything. It's pretty nice. It brought that back. Overall, it hasn't changed that much. Just been touched up a little bit. So, Create Arena, it is what it is. The online portion of the game, you got your downloads. You can download Create Superstar content. You got your uploads right here. You can upload anything that you've made, your championships, your characters. I really don't make much. I usually just download everything personally. But you have what we've always come to expect: the community creations, where people have made amazing content. You can favorite people. It goes by hashtags, which is pretty funny. It goes by hashtags, but you just type in whatever you're looking for, and it will pop up. You don't actually have to put hashtag it. Just type it in, and the logos, as I said, the custom logos, you can download those directly to your console. It has so much features in here, man. It's really kind of overwhelming. You have your custom arenas. If you want to just create an arena and just download that, you can. That's an option. But for some reason, you can't actually play your custom arenas online, which I can't stand. And also, entrances are not back online yet. I think that's because since they actually got rid of loading screen between entrances, it's probably why. They want to make sure the online's up to snuff first. As you see here, you can download custom championships. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do in this game. So much content is packed in here. They really wasn't playing around this year. They wanted to make their claim and show the 2K15, which is a fluke. And these are our actual arenas, the actual shows, I should say. So when you see these names, this is an entire ECW show. So everything from the nameplate to the Titantron to the ring is all ECW. It's a representation of the ECW arena, Ring of Honor. It's a representation of the actual Ring of Honor show. So when you download these, you'll actually be having the entire show instead of you having to just download an arena and make the rest yourself. Now you have it to another level. Of course, these are movesets right here. So you actually download a moveset from a person. We've already had that before 2K14. It's been brought back. And these are the faces, images of whoever you want to download. They have images of pretty much everybody except for who, Mr. Benoit. That's where I said his name. So very, very good. The online, I still think 2K14 online, as far as how you selected your matches, was the best. Now you got to pick, what you want to do. Fatal 4-Way Divas, so you had the match set, already pretty much lined up. If you want to do XP matches, experience matches, and rank matches, they already pretty much have them lined up, I should say, excuse me. And you just jump into it, 1-on-1 or for the Fatal 4-Way, or whatever the case may be. You can team up, which you basically just invite your friends to play together, or you do a private match and do it that way. I mean, it's okay. It's better than 2K15 by far, because it actually works when you're 1-on-1 with someone. It actually, for the most part, usually works pretty well, 9 times out of 10. But every once in a while, you start seeing some lag and start acting funny. But normally, when it's 1-on-1, it's pretty smooth. It's pretty fine. Still, there's a little bit of latency and stuff with some universal stuff like that. They need to be fixed and addressed. But when you start getting triple threats, fatal four ways, and you go up, that's when you start seeing the lag and stuff show its ugly head again. But it's nowhere near as bad as 2K15, but it's still bad enough to where it starts shaking, starts to get shaky. It will cut the audio off and will disable the voice chat. So if you're going to play online, more likely you probably just want to play a party chat. Because if you start acting stupid, it's going to cut your voice chat again. I've had to do that on a number of different occasions where I had to, invite somebody I was playing against, a buddy of mine, whatever, the case may be, to a private party chat. So, but, it works okay. It's not bad. It's a start. It's a lot better than 2K15, as I've said. So, I prefer 2K14. I think they had the best layout. You can choose what takes your on or off. You can see how many people were in, who were playing what elimination chamber, how many elimination chamber matches were going, 6 out of 10 or 6 or 7 or whatever. How many folks were in each one. If you jump into the lobby, you can come back out instead of being mystery select. They had all that. But now it's like, it's still, you jump into stuff, you don't know who you're facing and stuff, and you jump back out. You can't jump back out, you're just stuck. So I prefer the way 2K14 was that way you can also end up playing against your friends for ranked matches and everything, which is pretty cool. It just was a lot better. Now you have a training session, as you see here, before the match even starts, which is pretty cool. This is a cool feature, but I prefer the way 2K14 was, as I've stated. And you end up in this a lot, actually. Like sometimes I've been here for quite a while. I'm not sure if it's not many people are playing the game or what the case may be. But usually when I go in here, it usually takes me a while to find somebody. I don't know why. My career makes its return. You can form tag teams now, which is pretty cool. You pretty much do that by supporting your partner, which you come out, pretty much be their manager, distract the other guy, throw a weapon in, distract the ref, that kind of thing, which is pretty cool. You can interrupt people now, like you can jump them from the stage or come on into the crowd. If you want to start a rivalry with someone, that's pretty much what you do. You can be on the authority's good side or bad side, so if you want to work with the authority or against the authority, heel or face, you can do that. That's pretty nice. So some more options here. And once you win the NXT Championship, then you can get to choose whether you want to go to SmackDown or Raw. And you pretty much don't get a chance to get up the card, though, unfortunately, unless you win the pay-per-view. But the XP, the skill points now, virtual currency are very hard to come by. You really got to work to get yours in this game. But it's better, but not what it needs to be yet. But it's good. Check this out.
This is the match we've all been waiting for. Back and forth over the weeks. Finally, we'll see who the better man is.
So WWE Universe Mode returns. I believe it's 4.0, 5.0, can't remember. But basically, you check your rivalries and everything, see what's going on. It's pretty much fundamentally the same. You check the calendar and everything and see, what shows you have on the calendar. You can change them if you like. You can skip them if you want to. You check out the championships and see where you at when you fall in the championships as far as contenders go. It's fundamentally, like I said, pretty much the same. You see the stats of each championship. Who's held it the most, how many reigns, the date, the whole nine. The superstars, you can edit them and change whatever you want on them. You can actually change their attires this year. I wasn't sure if you can do that in 2K15. I can't remember, but you can actually change the outfits and attires of the superstars this year. That's one thing I like. You can also change their actual stats of who they are, like egotistical, up or down, whatever the case may be. They go face or heel, which is pretty nice. You can see if the people can actually get injuries now, and you can actually see the level of injury they have, critical, mild, whatever the case may be. So you can change the shows if you want. You can change if they want to be on 3 shows, 2 shows, 1 show, whatever the case may be. So it's definitely a big step up in those regards. You can see the teams, edit the teams as well as before. So Universe Mode is pretty nice this year. So the roster is incredible. It's like over 120 superstars and divas. It's huge. It's the biggest one ever. It's you can't find nobody in this game who you don't like. Like, you got to find somebody in this game. Quite a bit of people in the game that you like. And with promises of the season pass, including 30 more new superstars, is only gonna get better. From legends to modern day talent, such as Samoa Joe, such as Harlem Heat, whom we're looking forward to. So the roster is amazing. The roster, you can't go wrong with this roster. The greatest roster ever assembled in this game franchise in history of the WWE games, in my opinion. So they did a hell of a job with the roster and definitely took care of business where 2K15 failed at this aspect. So overall, WWE2K16 is a great game. If you haven't played it, or if you play 2K15 and are holding off on it, I highly recommend you check it out. This is the greatest professional wrestling game ever created thus far. If you care about simulation and wrestling, do yourself a favor, pick this game up, or at least wait for a price drop. Black Friday's coming up, Christmas coming up, and at least get it on a cheaper sale. But it's definitely worth playing. It's definitely worth checking out. It's leaps and bounds above what 2K15 is and what 2K15 should have been. The game is good. It has some flaws, has some inconsistencies, but it's a huge step in the right direction. I look forward to playing 2K17 and the future titles that 2K brings us with this mindset and this vision for the future and wrestling in mind. So, for me, I'm going to give 2K15 an 8.75 out of 10. The game is great, has a few inconsistencies, has a few flaws, has a few things they need to work on, and some things they could bring back. But that's it for me. Catch you guys later. Peace.